Important, just a couple of things to think about when you're working on the quadriceps. Always come up as high as the anterior superior iliac spine, that bony tuberance at the front of the pelvis. It's often forgotten about, and I think it's so important. If you have a problem with finding it, then you can just bring the client's hand down and they can keep their fingers on it. It means that you do the whole length of rectus femoris, which is such an important group to do. And also, even if you're holistic, it doesn't matter. I think to come up, and if you look at some of the anatomy books, 2 or 3 fingers below the ASIS and out to the side is a really important hip flexor called the tensor fasciae lata muscle. So it's a combination of using these skills. So, our warm-up moves that we're all always ready to do. Couple of ones I want to add to this now, looking after those in that theme of looking after our hands. This nice open fist stretching through. Now, this can develop in lots of different ways. You can do both sides, or you can just anchor one side and do one, or anchor one side and just do the other, or you can do it diagonally, or parallel. That whole kind of fascial stretching of the fibres sideways is so important to do with quadriceps, particularly when we come to think about working on the IT band and stretching the fascia around the IT band, so important to do. So when we come up to that kind of work up the thigh again, let's try and avoid these. And then again move into this idea that fist is, I'm leaning on the couch is there to support me. I've got this nice straight arm. I'm lunging forward and taking myself up with that nice, thumb forward. Some people just have that thumb out, which is quite nice to do. Take a bit of time to get used to it, which is really nice. And I'm just lunging slightly forward as I go. Just taking, so the energy for this comes off my back foot rather than it being all shoulder work. So up the middle, 45 degrees, really nice to do. Again, you can swap hands, come either way, whichever suit you. And then, of course, hand on the couch. Try and avoid, when I see people do forearm work, I tend to think about having 3 bits of contact. My hip is on the couch, my hand's on the, my forearm's doing its stuff on the arm, on the leg, and then my hand is taking my body weight, rather than this. I think if you do this kind of work, you find your back has to do a lot of stabilising. So hand on, holding your body weight. You can come up this way, palm up. And again, you can just let your whole body weight just gently do that work as you come up. Tensor fasciae lata. Out to the side, 2 or 3 fingers down from the anterior superior iliac spine. Either come with your fist, which I think works really nicely, or you can lean on the couch and get this nice. Why would you work on this group? People that find getting out of chair possibly difficult. Maybe they've got just tightness in their quadriceps generally. This muscle is it's our 3rd biggest hip flexor. So I think it's really nice. And you can be patient here. And I come down to lean on the couch and I can really just let myself just go really gently through that. And you can wriggle backwards and forwards. It's a lovely, lovely muscle to work on. Okay.